Alright guys, day of the toy show. I've been having a blast out here on the new layout. I'm really liking the inside layout and the outside layout. They're just a bunch of fun. And yesterday I was telling you I was taking some pictures of the collection of everything I got. And I've got that done, so I'm ready to go. About an hour away from taking off. And if we can make everything work as far as the live stream on the YouTube, we should be doing it sometime around 10 or after 10, depending on when we get up there. So guys, I'm pumped for this. I love the toy shows. I like talking to the people, the other slot car guys. It's always just a bunch of fun. Okay, I will let you know what's going on. All right, guys. Hey, just got back from the toy show just a bit ago. These are the three pieces I got, 30, 30, and 30. And what was funny about the toy show is when I got there, my son got there, I thought I was all set with the YouTube live streaming. And he said, "Dad, do you have the app?" The what? Didn't have the app. So anyways, I got these, I'm sorry guys, I got these three pieces, all for 30 bucks a piece. And the gentleman who was selling me these, he was the only guy that had any slot cars at the whole toy show. He was so eager to get rid of them. What is this, 369? He should charge me 90, 65 for everything. 65 for everything. I couldn't refuse it. What he doesn't have is any of the screws. That looks like it needs to be refreshed as far as the cleaning and everything. This body, yeah, I know I took it off. Again, no shoes, no springs. We'll take care of that. And then the Augusta Mongoose looks real good. But look at all the verdigris, all that oxidation. I don't think that's going to run unless we clean it. So we got a few, a few slot car projects ahead of us. We had a great time there. I wish I could have get the app working and all that stuff, but nevertheless, we got a few projects we can start in on, and we're going to have a ball with these. All right, guys, let's get going. I was just sorting out what the projects I got to do here, and I came across the chassis here. But can you see the back tires there? Look at that. It's like, I've never seen a tire strip like that before. Kind of, I don't know, broken or, gnawed off a little bit. It just struck me funny. Can you imagine that thing on the track when it was running? Just horrible. Absolutely horrible. I don't know what the back tires are made from, but boy, all just gnarled. Absolutely gnarled up. And I just noticed, plus on that center chassis there, that the gears, the back wheel, nothing turns on it. Nothing turns on it. I think I got my hands full with that one. Before we get to these, I want to finish this project. Started the Galaxy last weekend, and I think we can get it done today. The bumpers, I did everything I can. The front one just doesn't fit in there. Back one kind of fits. I wish it fit better, but the front one, it's gonna look slightly funky, but when we get it glued on and everything's painted with the Molotov chrome pen, it'll look fine going around the track. So I got to get that done, those painted, and plus the I believe they're dash, some hubs there. I'm going to go ahead and spray those with the Molotov also. I want to get that stuff sprayed up, and I want to get this Galaxy done before I go ahead and jump on any one of these over here. Alright, just made a tape loop out of some masking tape, put it there on the car, and then what I'll do is I'll stick the hubs to the tape, and I'll stick the bumpers to the tape there, and then this way it'll give me something I'll hold on to the car, give me something to hold on to while I go ahead and spray it. So let me get everything stuck to the tape. Good, just got the bumpers, and I got the hubs placed on there. I'm going to go ahead and get the Molotov chrome, I know it's in the house. I'm going to get that out. I'll set up the airbrush. Just got that Molotov chrome. That's a refill pen, and that's what I use in the airbrush. And the airbrush, I know I mentioned before, but I just get the tester airbrush. It's got everything you need there. I don't do a whole lot of airbrushing, so therefore I don't have the compressor and all that stuff. But if I did, I get that stuff. But for me, the tester, they've got everything you need here. So I'm going to set that up here in just a sec. I grabbed this. This is the toy schedule for this year, and we just did the one in Tampa. It looks like they got another one in Tampa coming up in July. That's going to be fun. And I know they got one in November. There it is. they got one in November. So I'll be going to at least those two, maybe a couple others, but at least those two. Usually they have slot cars when they do it. I know there was only one guy at this last toy show that had the slot cars, but I'm thankful for what I got. All right, let me get the airbrush set up. Pretty good. I got the airbrush set up. I'm getting ready to put the Molotov in the little jar there. And I just a second ago, I went and made sure, and I pressed, make sure everything was on the tape there, really secure. Last thing you want to do is be airbrushing it and have a hub go flying off, you know what? So let me go ahead and get the Molotov in there, and I'll get these sprayed up. Should only take a sec. I'm literally getting ready to put the chrome, Molotov chrome into the jar there, and I thought about this, and I remembered the chrome on here. I thought in my head when I'm looking at it, should I take the bumpers off and just redo them? And the more I'm looking at it, we might be able to get away with refreshing those with one of the Molotov pens itself instead of respraying the whole thing. So instead of taking the bumpers off, I think I'm going to leave them on, but I did have that consideration. It's like, hey, if I do want to do the bumpers, now would be a good time to do it, you know what? So anyways, let me get back to putting the paint into the little jar there. Just sent the airbrush down a second ago, and that's what come out, guys. That is absolutely, look at it, you got the reflection there. Absolutely wonderful. I'm going to set this aside. I'm going to let it dry for quite a while, and I'm going to go ahead and, I'll put it somewhere. Go ahead and start jumping to one of these chassis and get the bodies cleaned up. We'll see what's next. Plus, I have to tear down the airbrush and get everything cleaned out real quick. Okay, very good. I just put these aside. They are drying. We're going to get to those later. And I think the first thing we should be doing with the Galaxy is getting the chassis off. And I think I'm going to VRP the windshield and the body both. We're going to get them shined up as much as we can. There's a good finish on it, but let's just see if we can get a little bit better. All right, you guys know I like the VRP made by the chemical guys. It's a superior product. Vinyl, rubber, plastic is what the acronym for is, and I've used it on vinyl, I've used it on the rubber, and I've used it, as you guys know, on the plastic. Now normally I wouldn't do a piece of plastic that's new, but I just think we can get a better shine on this thing. Yeah, there's some shine, but it's kind of dull. And then I'm actually gonna, like I said before, gonna do the glass too. I've used it on clear before, and it comes out really good. So we're just gonna see if we can get look a little bit better. What I'm going to do is just splooge it on a little bit. I've shaken it, always shake it, and then I'll rub it in with the paper towel I've got there. So let me go ahead and get that on the body of the windshield. Boy, as soon as I got the VRP on that body, it just turned like a darker blue, like it was just soaking it up. Got it on the windshield, everything is slathered. I'm going to set this aside and just let it soak in the plastic a bit. Next thing I want to do is probably grab all three of these and get them to the sink and wash them up. They just look like they've never seen a bath in their life. They just absolutely filthy. So let me go ahead and again set these aside. I'll grab the other bodies over there. Let's get them cleaned up, then we'll jump on one of these chassis at least. Okay, fantastic. I'm at the sink, and my thing I want to stress is always have a little screen catcher there. You don't know if a bumper's going to go flying off, something that could possibly go down the drain. That's my only caution. I'm going to use the soap that we have over there and a very, very soft toothbrush, and I'm just going to go ahead and get these all cleaned up. Just got the bodies back out here to the shop, and boy, I got 60 years of never been washed off of it. So I was getting ready to wick out the screw post, and you guys know I do this. If you got water in the screw post and you put a screw in there, it's going to rust. Chances are you try to take the screw out after there's rust in there, it might crack, not favorable. So let me go ahead and get these dried off a little bit more, and I'm going to again wick out the screw post. Fantastic, they are dry, and I was just thinking, since I got the VRP out, might as well, you know what? And the VRP, I've said this in a couple of videos, but it's kind of like, after it's been on there long enough, it's like self-leveling, that's why it looks all shiny and smooth like that. So I've got to get the VRP off of there and get it buffed out, then go ahead and probably douse these down as well. Tell you what, that VRP is something else. Look at the shine on this thing. Is it near like? No. Is it a whole lot better? Oh God, yes. It sure is. It is much, 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 much better. So let me go ahead and set that aside. Now we got to get the windshield on, and the bumpers probably haven't dried enough for me to fiddle with them yet. So I'm going to go ahead and get the windshield in, and I'm going to get the VRP on all three of these. And just very quickly, as far as the VRP goes, I tried to do this before, but I just use a couple drops, and again, I'm going to get that paper towel and wipe it in, but you don't need much, guys. You really don't need much of this stuff. It works very, very, very well. Got the VRP on. A little interesting tidbit. I noticed, while I was doing all three of these, they've got some of the best accents, unworn accents. Look at the lights, look at the stripes on all of them. They've got some, it's hard to see the Augusta, but they've got some really good accents on there. I'm impressed. They cleaned up well. VRP's gonna make them look a little bit better. Just gotta set them aside and let them dry. The VRP has been on there long enough. So I've got a paper towel. I'm gonna go and wipe these down, buff them out a little bit. Just got everything buffed out. Look at the shine on that. Look at that. I mean, these things look like they're in showroom shape, you know what? The VRP is absolutely something else. Okay, I think the windshield should be in and dried well enough. I'm going to touch that to see if it is. And also, the bumpers might be dry enough to where I can get them off that tape and start putting them on the body here. Just got the hubs and the bumper off the tape there. It's well dry enough for me to start fitting it in. Guys, can you see how well they come out? That is absolutely wonderful. And again, the VRP on the Galaxy there, very strong. All right, I'm pleased as punch with that. Those hubs really came out good. Bumpers did too. Okay, let me go ahead and get them glued on and see what it looks like. Okay, you got the front bumper, and you see what I mean? It just doesn't sit in there well, but that's as good as it's gonna get. And I got the back bumper glued in there. I'm gonna go ahead and get the chassis and get this thing on the track. Boy, that looks great on the chassis, doesn't it? That looks great on the chassis. Time to get it on the track. Get my finger out of the way there. You see what we get, guys? Yes. Looks nice. Looks real nice. All right, I'm liking it. Now that it's done, I'll tell you what, what were the issues with this thing? The bumpers, yeah, we know that. I know he had a little bit of an issue with the front screw post, trying to get that to work with the axle, and a little bit of, I had to sand some of the inside wheel wells, not the wheel wells themselves, but the inside of the body near the wheel wells to make sure that the tires would fit properly. So overall, I like it. I wouldn't give it an A plus because the bumpers aren't fit, just real good and whatnot. But I would say, hey, strong. And if you want a good weekend project or something like that, because he's giving you like a blank canvas to do what you want with it. And you guys know I like the ones without the accent, so it was like perfect for me. And I know over here he did a Torino too. I forget the gentleman's name, but he did the Torino too. So I've got the bumpers, the glass, the body, and all that stuff. So that will be coming up next. I got a few more projects there. Parts are coming in. Can't wait to get to those. When the parts get here, we'll be doing those projects. But guys, thanks for watching. And if you haven't noticed, I just hit 1,000 subscribers. I can't thank you guys enough. I really can't. You've been sharing my stuff. You've been liking my stuff, commenting as well. And also, since I hit 1,000 subscribers, if any time you guys ever want to give me a special thanks, I will certainly appreciate it. You'll see it right down there at the bottom of the video. You can do a special thanks. I acknowledge everybody that has sent me stuff, that has gifted me stuff. I certainly appreciate it. And every penny that you guys give me the special thanks goes back into these projects. The first project, and I'm quite frankly, I can't wait to get done. I've saved up some money. I don't have it all yet, but over here, there's going to be an air conditioner there. Okay, I'm in the garage here, and there's going to be an air conditioner here. Because if I'm not doing these videos, I think it's like, I don't know, 4:30 in the morning or something right now. If I'm not doing it this time, it is hot in here. So guys, I've got the special thanks, and I appreciate every time you share, like, and comment on my videos. Guys, you have just always been awesome. I'm going to end off here. I think we did real good with the Galaxy and the toy show finds. I got to get into those chassis. They're all kind of nasty. And again, the hubs, look at the hubs. They come out great. All right, guys, thanks for watching.